So this is Shalaya with Scott Leroy Marketing, and today we are going over our referrals overview. To get started, we want to log into Command. So you will want to go to agent.kw.com in your browser. When signing in, your username is not case sensitive. However, your password is. If you do have any trouble signing in, you can click on this eyeball icon here, which will give you a preview of your password to be sure that is keyed in correctly. Once you have your login entered, we can click on sign in. So once we sign into Command here, the first thing that we are going to do is check our referrals profile. To get there, we want to click on our name in the top right, and then we're going to go down and select referrals profile here. So for the referrals profile, this profile is what other agents will see. This is not a public profile for your clients. This is completely internal, just for KW agents. So to edit our profile, we will click on the Edit Profile button in the top right. So starting from the top down, you'll see for our name and KW UID, these are grayed out. That means we cannot edit these. So this information pulls directly from the back end of Command. So if you ever need to do a name change or anything like that, and you're seeing that it's not reflecting correctly here, we would recommend just checking with your Market Center staff to make sure that it is updated on the back side of things. So next we have our email. So whether you use your KW email for your business, or if you have a custom business email that you prefer to use, you can throw any of those in here. Next, we have our primary phone number, as well as our mobile phone number. So if you just have one number as your primary and mobile, you can just enter that into both spots there. Next, we have our service areas. So you have a couple options for this here. You can either list them all in one box and separate those with commas like this, or you can add new service areas and separate each one of them out on their own. So the difference in how that looks, if we scroll down to service areas, you'll see those here in the bottom left. So the ones that are separated by commas are listed on one line here. Or if you do a separate text box for each one, you will have a different line with a little location icon here for each separate service area. So you can set that up however you would prefer it to look. So back to edit profile under our service areas. Next we have our bio. So this bio can be different from your bio in your marketing profile if you want to customize it a little differently, as your marketing profile bio is more client-based and public, and your referrals profile bio is more internal for other agents. So if you want to customize that to grab an agent's attention for referrals, you may want to customize this a little differently from your marketing profile bio. Down below that, we have the option to add social media links. So you can add your Facebook page URL, your Twitter, if you have a YouTube channel, your LinkedIn profile, as well as Google Plus and Instagram. And then down below that, you'll see these toggles here. So the first toggle is the referral network to opt in or out. So what that means is if we were to toggle this off and opt out, that means that we would not show up within the referral network map, so other agents would not be able to find us within the referral network. So if you do want to be publicly seen in the network, always be sure this is toggled green. Next, we have some options of information to show on our profile. So we have closed units, listing sold units, buy sales closed units, lease closed units, and time with KW. Now keep in mind, if you do have these showing on your profile and you don't think that the numbers are reflecting properly, these numbers are based on a rolling 12-month period, so it won't reflect any production older than 12 months or any production from previous brokerages. This is only Keller Williams based within the last 12-month period. So once you have your changes made here, be sure you click on the Save Changes button in the bottom right. And that should update your profile here with any changes you may have made in that form. Now, if you want to change your headshot photo, you can simply hover over the photo and you'll see it says change profile photo here. So if you were to click on that, it would give you an option to upload a new photo. You also have the option to change the header photo up here. So if you hover over it, up in the top right, there is a link to change banner photo. So if you were to click on that, it would give you an option to upload a new photo for your banner there. So now that our profile is done, we can go ahead and head into our referrals. So in the top left, we're going to click back over to command. And now we're going to go to our referrals tab. So if you are still getting used to what each of these icons on the side mean, if you click on the red KW square in the top left, this will give you a description of each of these icons here. So we're going to go down and find referrals here. So here we have our main referrals dashboard. So this is pretty much a preview of your referral network. So at the top, you have Referrals Overview. You'll see your pending invites, pending referrals, received referrals, and sent referrals. And then down below that, we have a preview of our referral network. So this is a list of agents that we have already added to our network, whether we sent them an invitation to join or they sent us an invitation to join. This is where anyone in our network will show up here. So if we click on this little drop-down arrow here next to the agent's name, this will give a preview of their referrals profile. So it'll show their location, a little snippet of their bio, their contact information. You also have an option to add private notes. So these are only viewable to you, so you can add notes within a referral card. You have agent statistics, so their number of transactions in the last 12 months, their average deal size, and their sales volume. And then all the way on the right, we have referral statistics. So if you were to work any referral deals with this agent, that would be tracked over here. On the top bar here, so we have the agent's name, the number of referrals, the location, and then you'll see this star icon here. So this is how you can add or remove agents from favorites. And then you also have the option to add tags. So this can kind of help you sort through your referral network if you're looking for certain agents. So if we click on this little plus sign here, this will give us the option to add a new tag. So if we wanted to add a tag for, say, their location, we could do that. And then you can remove tags by simply clicking the X box. So up at the top, we have a track referrals button, grow my network. We have the option to sort. You can sort by first name, A through Z, or Z through A. as well as last name. And then we also have this star button here. So if we were to click on this, this will only show the agents that are marked as our favorites. So from here, if we go up to the top, so we're on our dashboard. So then we also have the option for My Referrals, the map, as well as My Network. So My Network is very similar to what you see here in the dashboard. So if we click over to that, you'll see it looks pretty much the same. So if I remove this star here, it's a very similar list to that dashboard page. It just shows you a bit more. And we can toggle to view all of our network here. And also up in the top right, you can change this from My Network to Pending Invitations, where you can see any pending outgoing or incoming invitations of agents inviting you to their network, or any invitations that you've sent to other agents to invite them to your network. So if we go back to the top left and we click on My Referrals, so here's where we can keep track of any of our referral activity. So you'll see over on the right side, we have all of these different options here. So we'll kind of go over what each of these mean. So first we have pending. So this filter will show referrals that need attention. So either you sent a referral or you're waiting on a response, or if you've received a referral and you still need to either accept it or reject it, or even counter offer it, those will be under pending. And then we have active. So active is going to show referrals that have been accepted and the transaction is already in progress. After that, we have funded. So with funded, this is going to show referrals that have successfully closed. So the sending referral agent should be paid the referral fee once a referral is funded. After that, we have lost. So lost referrals are unsuccessfully closed referrals. So the agent working the referral must provide a reason why the transaction did not complete. And you can access the activity log of the referral to see more details as well. Next, we have expired. So this will be referrals sent that have an expiration deadline. So if they weren't responded to within that deadline, then they would expire. Or if the referral request was canceled, then that would go under there as well. And then next we have rejected. So this is going to show any referrals sent or received that were rejected by the receiving agent. So if you sent a referral to another agent and they rejected it, or an agent sent it to you and you rejected it, that's where those are going to go there. And then next you have the option to view all of these at once on one screen. So if we go under all, we have our sent, received, and it will list all of our information through here. If we were to look at one of these here, there is an option for notes and updates. So this is where you can keep up with any updates within the referral. And then if we click on the three dots here, this is where you can view the activity log. So this will keep track of any activity within that referral request up until the deal is completed. So from here, all we have left is to go over the map section. So if we go up to the top and click on map, this is going to be where we can locate other agents within the referral network. So you can search by location if your browser has your location enabled and look around you, or you can search other locations. So you can zoom in on the map and find a location here, or you can search with the search bar up top. So there is a few different options here for searching. You have production, market centers, my network, and referral patterns. So we'll kind of go over each of these here. So the default search is automatically set to production. So a lot of times we do get new agents reaching out to us asking why they can't find themselves within the referral network. So usually the reason for that is they are searching under the production tab and they have not logged any production information with KW yet. So they're not going to be able to locate themselves because there's no data for it to pull. However, if this was switched down to market centers, then they could search their market center and then search their name on the right side, and they would be able to find themselves that way. So there's a couple different ways you can search here. You can search by city or zip code, or you can search by associates. So if you are looking for yourself in here, you can toggle that over to associates. So we can type one in here. And then once you find yourself in the list or another agent that you might be searching for, and you click on the name, that will automatically move the map to their location. And then you will be able to see them on the right side here. So if we click on this drop down arrow, this does give us a preview of their contact information, as well as their statistics for their production details. You will also see these two buttons next to the agent's name. So this first button here is to send a referral network invitation. So this is how you can invite another agent to join your network. It does give you an option to send a personalized message with your invitation. So you can type up a message there before you send the invitation off. However, it's not required, so you can still send the invitation if you leave that empty. And then the next button there is the referral form. So this is how you can send a referral over to the agent. So if we click on this, so here is our referral request form. So you can choose whether you are sending over a buyer or seller referral. Typically, the referral fee is set to 25%. You can change that by simply clicking and dragging up or down to adjust that amount. Below that, we have acceptance deadline. So this automatically sets to 24 hours. You can adjust this either less time or more time. We do recommend increasing the timeline as agents are busy. Not all of them are going to be able to jump in and see that request within one day. So it does automatically set to 24 hours. Your minimum is 1 hour and your maximum is 96 hours. So that is the range you have to set your deadline there. Next, we have the price range that your client is looking in. And this is not required. So if they don't have anything they're really setting guidelines on, you can just leave that empty. You can add notes here if you want to add notes for the other agent of what the client is looking for. And then below that is where you add your client information. You'll see this highlighted message up here that they will keep all of the client information confidential until the referral is accepted. What's good about that is that keeps the other agent from grabbing the client's information and then rejecting your referral request and keeping all that commission. So they are not able to grab the client's details until they accept the referral request. So if your client is already in your command database, you can select from your database and simply search for the client here. Once you find it in the drop down here, you can simply click on the name and it will bring that contact information in. Or you have the option to create new contact if they are not already in your database. So you can toggle that over to create new contact, enter your client's name, You have the option to specify if they have been pre-approved or pre-qualified, your client's address, and then your client's desired location. And then below that, you have their contact information, client phone number, and client email. You will see that the phone number is not required, however, their email is. So you are required to have their name in there as well as their email. And then you do have the option to add a phone number. And then you have this down here to set your transaction timeline. So once you have your form completed, if you are creating a new contact, your button at the bottom will say add contact and send. So what that's going to do is that's going to add your client to your contact database in Command, and it's also going to send the referral request at the same time. If we were selecting from our database, then that option down there should change from add contact to just send. So that is how you can send your referral form off there. So if we X out of this agent's information here, so now we're just selected on this market center. So on the right side, we can view all of the agents that are a part of that market center. You do have the option to sort agents. So on the top right, you can click this drop down arrow. You can sort by random sort, by first name, either A through Z or Z through A. Same with last name. Or you can sort by number of closed units, number of listings sold, buy sides, or leases. So it does give you a lot of sort options here. Now, another thing you will see is at the top, there is this broadcast referral button. However, it is grayed out. So the reason for that is in order to send a broadcast referral, you have to have at least 50 contacts or less in this list. So if I was to change this from market center to production, and then I'm going to zoom in on the map here, and you'll see all of these dots here. So each of these dots reflects a property that has been closed by a KW agent. So I'm just going to keep zooming in until my list gets below 50 here. And there we go. So our results now drop down to 41. And that broadcast referral button is now available. So what this will do is if we click on that, that's going to send this referral request as a broadcast to all of the agents in this list. And how that works is just like a regular referral form, the client's information stays completely confidential. They can't see it. Only the agent who accepts the referral request is able to see the client details. So that request will go to all the agents listed, and then whoever accepts the referral request is the one that will get to work that deal. So that's pretty cool. So if we grab here, so we went over production, we went over how to search by market centers or by associates. So now if we go to my network, so this is pretty much what it says. This is going to just be agents within our referral network. So if we zoom out here, so here we'll be able to see anyone that is in our network already. So this will be agents that we've already sent invitations to, or they've sent invitations to us and they have been accepted and we are connected within the network. And then our last search option up here is referral patterns. So referral patterns is based on location. So if you have your location turned on in your browser, this will probably automatically pull from your market center location. However, because we don't have our location enabled, it's automatically selecting Georgia here. So the way this works is you will be able to see patterns of where referrals are being sent to from your office. Or at the top, you can toggle this to received referrals instead of sent. And then you'll be able to see the patterns of referrals being sent to your office, which is pretty cool. So over on the right side, you'll be able to see the statistics of the referrals being sent over and where they are coming from. So that's a cool way to kind of keep track of what your office is doing referral wise. So that about wraps us up for today. If you have any questions or run into any trouble, you can always reach out to us anytime at support@scottleroymarketing.com, and we're happy to help with anything you need. Thank you for joining, and I hope you all have a great rest of your week.